Welcome to our countdown of the top 15 Netflix TV shows of 2024 so far. Get ready for some binge-worthy picks. Before we kick things off, hit that like button and subscribe for your next great watch. Let's get started, and thanks for tuning in. Fool me once. Maya's world crumbles after her husband's sudden murder. Trying to move on, she sets up a nanny cam to watch their daughter. But what she sees on the footage is impossible. Her dead husband is back in the house. Meanwhile, Maya's niece and nephew are also searching for answers. Their mother was murdered months ago, and they suspect a connection between the two cases. As Maya and her niece dig deeper, they uncover a web of secrets and hidden motives. Can they expose the truth, or is someone determined to keep them quiet? The brother's son. Average Californian Bruce lives a normal life until his tough older brother Charles shows up. Charles is a gangster from Taiwan, and their dad, the crime boss, is hurt. Turns out, Bruce's mom left that life behind to raise him in America. Now, danger follows them to LA. Charles tries to keep his family safe, but Bruce gets pulled into this crazy world. Will they stay hidden, or will Bruce have to choose between his new life and his family's past? Boy Swallows Universe. In 1980s Australia, Eli is a troubled teen with a big heart. His family is falling apart, his mom struggles with addiction, his stepdad is shady, and his older brother barely speaks. Eli gets tangled up in the world of drugs to help his family, but soon finds himself in big trouble. With a mysterious voice guiding him and his loyal brother by his side, Eli embarks on a wild adventure to save his family and find some justice. Will Eli escape the darkness, or will his world swallow him whole? Griselda. Griselda Blanco, a tough Colombian woman, escapes a dangerous situation with her children and ends up in Miami. There, she uses her street smarts and cunning to carve a niche in the drug trade. She's not afraid to get her hands dirty, and her ruthless tactics help her build a powerful network. But being a queenpin comes with a price. Griselda navigates a world of violence, betrayal, and law enforcement scrutiny, all while trying to protect her family. Will she be able to maintain her ruthless hold on power, or will her ambition lead to a tragic downfall? One day, Emma and Dexter, from opposite worlds, meet on their graduation night in 1988. Despite their differences, they share a unique connection. We revisit their lives on the same day, July 15th, for the next 20 years. As they navigate careers, relationships, and life's challenges, their paths diverge and intersect. Through laughter, tears, triumphs, and failures, their connection remains. Will their undeniable bond ever blossom into something more, or will they remain forever linked by a bittersweet what-if? A killer paradox. Lee Tang, a young man feeling lost after military service, works a late shift at a convenience store. A violent encounter turns his life upside down, and in a moment of chaos, tragedy strikes. Tang becomes entangled in a situation with unexpected consequences. Meanwhile, tenacious detective Jiang Nangam investigates a string of unusual murders. As the body count rises, Tang wrestles with guilt and a strange new reality. Tang's path soon collides with Nangam's relentless pursuit. Can Tang outrun the truth, or will justice prevail? Avatar: The Last Airbender. In a world where people can control the elements like water, fire, earth, and air, Aang, a 12-year-old boy, discovers he's the Avatar, the only one who can master all four elements. But there's a catch: Aang has been frozen in ice for 100 years, and the world is at war. With his new waterbender friends, Katara and Sokka, Aang sets out to learn the elements, stop the evil Fire Nation, and restore balance. Will Aang master his powers in time to save the world, or will the Fire Nation reign supreme? The Gentleman. Aristocrat Eddie inherits a vast estate, only to discover it's secretly a marijuana empire run by the cunning Susie Glass. Eddie wants out, but Susie won't let go easily. Meanwhile, a private investigator named Fletcher digs into the operation, stirring up trouble for everyone involved. As Eddie tries to sell the estate, gangsters, enraged rivals, and even his own family threaten to derail his plans. Will Eddie escape this sticky situation with his money and his life, or will he get sucked deeper into the dangerous world of underground weed farming? Queen of Tears. In Queen of Tears, Hong Ha-in, a strong-willed heiress, and Baek Hyun-woo, a charming lawyer, have a whirlwind romance that leads to marriage. But after 3 years, their perfect life crumbles. Hyun-woo files for divorce, leaving Ha-in heartbroken. Despite the bitter feelings, both Ha-in and Hyun-woo can't deny their lingering connection. As they navigate the legal battles and emotional turmoil, will they find a way to rekindle their love, or will their paths diverge forever? Ripley. Tom Ripley, a charming but troubled young man down on his luck, gets a peculiar offer. A wealthy man sends him to Italy to convince his son, Dickie Greenleaf, to return home. Tom is drawn to Dickie's glamorous lifestyle and becomes fixated on him. When Tom's presence disrupts Dickie's life, things take a dark turn. As lies unravel and danger escalates, Tom will stop at nothing to maintain the illusion. Will Tom's web of deceit hold, or will his dark desires lead to a shocking betrayal? The hijacking of Flight 601. Terror strikes the skies when Flight 601 is hijacked by armed revolutionaries. They demand the release of political prisoners and a hefty ransom, threatening to blow up the plane if their conditions aren't met. On board, Captain Victoria and brave flight attendants become heroes, trying to outsmart the hijackers and keep the passengers safe. Meanwhile, on the ground, authorities scramble to negotiate and resolve the crisis before it's too late. Will cunning and courage prevail, or will Flight 601 become a tragic aviation disaster? A Man in Full. In Atlanta, high-flying real estate mogul Charlie Croker faces a shocking downfall. His empire is on the brink of collapse, and the bank wants its massive loan back. Desperate and determined, Charlie uses every trick in the book to stay afloat. Meanwhile, a young man named Conrad finds himself in legal trouble, and his wife works for Charlie. As their lives unexpectedly connect, the series explores themes of ambition, power, and the price of success. Will Charlie claw his way back to the top, or will his world crumble around him? Bridgerton. Bridgerton whisks us back to London's glamorous Regency era, but with a twist, society is racially integrated. The focus this season isn't Daphne, but her older brother Anthony. He's determined to find a perfect wife, but his quest is complicated by the arrival of two sharp sisters, Kate and Edwina Sharma. Sparks fly between Anthony and Kate, but their strong personalities clash. Will Anthony find his ideal match, or will love take an unexpected turn? Eric. In 1980s New York City, Vincent's world shatters when his young son, Edgar, disappears. Grief-stricken and spiraling, Vincent seeks solace in an unlikely source, a giant puppet named Eric who lives under Edgar's bed. As hallucinations blur with reality, Vincent clings to Eric's cryptic clues in his desperate search for the truth. Meanwhile, a detective battling his own demons investigates a web of corruption that could be linked to Edgar's case. Will Vincent find his son, or will the darkness consume him entirely? Raising Voices. In Raising Voices, 17-year-old Alma shakes up her privileged high school by accusing a student of sexual assault. With the support of her close friends, Greta, Nata, and Berta, Alma seeks justice. However, the fight for truth is riddled with doubt, blame, and the complexities of navigating teenage life. As the girls face societal pressures and personal struggles, their bond is tested. Will Alma and her friends succeed in exposing the truth and empowering others, or will the system silence their voices?